The list of maps with new crops for console continues to grow. On this one, we have black beans and Barakiara. Welcome back, everybody. Driver53 here with another console map tour of South Parana. This map is version 1.1.0.0. It's 181.33 megabytes, and it's by, now I'm going to try really hard to get this name right, Henrique and Agro Farm BR. And the description says, map based on the state of Parana in southern Brazil. Welcome to the first of the Agro Farm Brazil team. Map created with great care and detail of the Parana region. In addition to the original crops, the map includes extra crops, black beans, Barakiara, millet, rye, sorghum, and rice. So the black beans and the Barakiara are completely new to consoles. Super, super exciting. It says that it has one grain sale, so one sale point. Awesome. Bale of sales, wool, cotton, milk, eggs, and silage at the fair. Interesting. It has a sugarcane plant. Wow. Biogas plant can be created based on your taste, the player's taste. And you are able to supply the water tanks in the lake near the headquarters of the farm. So you can fill up using the lakes. That's great. The main farm has a silo, supply of seeds, and fertilizer in addition to a vehicle workshop. Awesome. So we're going to check those things out. And then it says, thank you. Have a good game. And also changelog 1.1.0.0, corrected unlicensed brands, enhanced shaders, console compatible. Okay, so those are the things that they did to be able to bring it to us for console. That is awesome. So let's go ahead and jump into the game. All right, everybody, here we are in the gameplay. And whenever you load into this map, this is where you're going to start at, but it's not a sleep trigger. So nowhere around this house are you going to have the option to be able to sleep. And there's none over at this house over here either. So it's kind of interesting, but you don't have a sleep trigger on this map. Let's go walk down this way. This is going to be your silo. It's really, really cool. It is a custom silo. You are going to be able to place this down. If you get rid of it, you will be able to place it down and get more of them. I really like how rustic it is and everything, the vegetation and everything around it. It's really, really cool. But as you can see, there are quite a few open buildings around here for storage. So you got a couple of these. You got a nice big longer one over there. Another one of these here. And you get this big open garage here, and it's gonna have a workshop inside. So you can see you do have a few pieces of equipment kind of scattered around a little bit too. So let's go ahead and jump into that really quick. So here we're going to go to the garage, and as you can see, you're going to start at 447 slots out of 1299, which isn't bad at all. And if you start from scratch or farm manager, you're actually going to start at 439. So not very many less, because you're going to have all your equipment. And let's go through all the equipment, and then we'll talk about how far down you can get it. So you're going to have the Stara ST Max 105, a Stara ST Max 180. You're going to have the MAN TGS 18500 4x4, the John Deere T560. You're going to have the Crampy KS 950. You're going to have the Stara Ninja 19000, the John Deere Header 625X. You're going to have an Agro BTC 50H, a Stara Ceres Master 3570. You're going to have the large grain silo, like I said, and it's 250,000 liters, which is really nice to start with. And that's going to be it. That's it. So you're not able to get rid of any of the buildings, just the silo. So if you get rid of every piece of equipment here, you're going to be able to get down to 298 slots. Now, what do you have if you want to place more stuff down? Well, the only thing that you have as an additional mod is going to be your grain silo here. This is the only thing extra in this map as an extra mod. So under all the other equipment, everything like that, I went through everything. I didn't find anything else. So let's talk about something else that's really, really interesting about this map. If we're going to come over here to planters, you're going to see, as we start making our way across, all these different crops that you're going to be able to plant. And we talked about them in the description, right? And most of them we've already had on other maps, but the two here that we haven't, the beans and, oh, I can't think of the name right now. I don't have the description in front of me. That other one. That's what we're going to be able to have as an additional crop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and come over here and fire this tractor up. And we're going to pull over to this seeder over here and be able to look at these crops and see what the symbols mean. All right, so if you look down there in the bottom right-hand corner, you can see that this says wheat. All right, then if we come across barley, oats, canola, soybeans, oilseed radish, grass. Now, this is the really next interesting one. And this is brachiera, I believe it is. So it looks like a grass symbol, but it's not. And then you're going to come across here to arroz, which I believe is rice. And then Cintillo. Not sure exactly what that one is. But then milheto, I believe, is millet. And then sorgo is sorghum. Now this is the new one. Fiajo, I think that's going to be the beans. And then we come back to wheat. So, also, if you come across here, you can see up at the top, every one of your icons is now replaced with a picture, a color picture, which is really, really cool. It's going to be able to help you know what the prices and things are. Here we've got our chaff or wood chips, silage, straw hay, grass, manure, slurry, digestate, looks like that. And then these are your new crops right here, the last 6. And the second one is a new one, and the purple one. Those are the 2 new ones that we have for this map. Pretty good prices on them. It really, really is. I don't know what kind of yields. We're going to be looking at that later in another video, but pretty cool. And you're going to be able to put a couple of them in, or 4 of them in your silo. So it doesn't look like the first 2 you're going to be able to store at all. So really, really interesting. But let's go ahead and take a look. Oh, around here also, you do have a fuel point. If we look here at the mini map, you can see that you are going to have a fuel point right here. Looks like it's highly flammable too, which is good. And one other thing, if you look at the mini map, you can see, and I'll go out here and show you guys, it looks like there's creases or lines in the fields. And I'll come out here and I'll show you exactly what this is, and it's really cool. I believe that the planters, most of them, are going to be able to go over this pretty well, but this is intended to be like a terrace so that you don't actually plant on it. It's covered in grass, and it keeps the soil in place when it rains. And there's a couple of them, actually 3 of them in this field. If you look around a lot of the other fields, there's not actually going to be anything growing on these. So another really cool kind of realistic thing, that farmers have to do, and it controls the water. That's the main thing for these terraces. It controls where the water goes, and you get to, set up your fields so that you're not destroying and washing away a whole lot of stuff. So pretty cool. But if we look here at the main map, you can see there's a lot more of them up here. And as you can see, they don't plant on those. The other fields have not planted on those at all. So be careful if you're doing contracts. You definitely need to keep that in mind whenever you're using your harvesters. So you can also see here on the fruit types on the right hand side what the name of the crop is associated with the image. So all the way down. Pretty cool. I really like that those images now are colorized. Help to make them stand out just a little bit more. But what I want to do, show you where or what we have to start with. You don't actually own your farm. It's really interesting. You only own the field. And the field, if we look at the precision farming side of it, well, here, let's just look at this. If we look at this, the field info, it's going to be 13.08 hectares, and it's pretty decent on the soil type. You've got a lot of loam, you've got a little bit of sandy loam, and then, silty clay. So not horrible, 107%. But your farm here is actually part of this other field over here, which is going to cost you $1.4 million to be able to own, but it's pretty decent soil, 106% on that. Now, is that the biggest field? Nope, 1.862 million, and this one here is going to run you 1.87. So, big fields. This one here is split up into a couple. And most of the soil around here is pretty decent. These fields are going to get you pretty decent yields, as you can see. The only one that's not really going to be above 100 is this one down here. And it's because it's got mostly silty clay. So what we're going to do is take a look at the different sell points and things, and there's not many of them on here. This here is actually not a sell point, but we're going to go ahead and jump to it right now. And what it is a lime buy point, it looks like. Really, really cool. Oh, and I forgot about the fertilizer and stuff over at the farm. We got to go back and find that. We'll find that at the end. But this should be lime right here. Looks like a nice lime quarry that they have set up. So you pull underneath there, get what you need, and you're good to go. I didn't see anything else over here. This just looks like a decorative area, like a scale. So, pretty cool. You're going to be able to get in and out of this area right over here. Let's see if the gate will go up for me. Nope, you can drive right or walk through it. But that's what it's called. I'm not even going to try and pronounce some of these names. I do not want to mess them up. So that's where your lime's going to be. And if we come down here, you can see what this field looks like with those terraces in there. It's really cool. I like how they've done that. Really, really cool. And you got telephone poles going through your fields too. That's interesting. I wonder if they have collisions. Let's go see if we can walk through them. Oh, that's going to be fun for people. So, you are going to have a collision on these poles. So, keep that in mind when you get out here and you start harvesting. If you've got workers, that is not going to be very friendly. But it's super realistic. I like it. I really, really like it. All right, so next, what we're going to do is we're going to come down. So, the way you get there is you just come out of your farm and you go along over here and then down and in. And now we're going to come across this way. And we're going to stop here at this fuel point. So here it is. Nice little gas station. Be able to get your fuel there. If you're out in the fields and you don't want to go all the way back to your farm, that's where you can get it at. Now this right here is going to be, looks like a sell point. A really nice little sell point. And let's see what it's going to take. So it's called Fiera, I believe. And here, it is going to take most of your like secondary or root style crops, I guess. So potatoes, sugar beets, it looks like cotton. Yeah, it's going to take cotton. It's going to take eggs. It's going to take wool. It's going to take milk. Oh, wow. It's even going to take wood chips. Man, a lot of stuff. I mean, all the way across. You guys can see everything that it's going to take. So it's not going to take your additional crops, but it's going to take a lot of that, the primary stuff, except for your base stuff. That's really, really interesting the way they have this one set up. So next, what we're going to do is come around over here, and there's nothing else down here. This looks like a spot where you could potentially build another farm at. But what I'm going to do is come up to here, the cooperative, and pop in here. And this is where you're going to drive through at. So really, really interesting. I'm not sure why it's all piled up like that, but that is quite interesting. But that's going to be your sell point for a lot of the other crops. So if we take a look at that, it's going to be all of your base crops. And if we come across, it's going to take potatoes and sugar beets also. And it's not really going to take anything else till you get down here to your other crops. So if you're wanting to play on using these other additional crops, this is the point where you're going to need to sell them at. And it's a pretty good price, like I said before. Really good price. So just pull through there, and you'll be good to go. Let's see what else there is around here. I wonder if you can get inside these buildings. I'm going to bet probably not. Nope. Is there anything else around over here? That's cool. Got a couple trucks sitting around over here. Decorative only. Oh, that's really, really cool. And here's your entrance right here. Can't go that way. Nice tunnel. You definitely can go this way. So, looks like you got enough room to be able to get down here too. But what I want to do now is follow this road up. We're going to go over here to the shop. So, this is your shop. It's a John Deere shop. Awesome. Looks pretty familiar setup or layout. So, you're going to come out the door right here. No spot to work on your vehicles here. That's interesting. At least I don't see it on this side. Let's go look over here on the other. I don't see it over here either, but they did give you a nice ramp that you can help load up some of your equipment. That's really cool. Really cool. So let's go ahead and lease something here really quick since we already know what our slot count is. Let's go ahead and lease just a regular small tractor here really quick. We'll lease one of these guys. I just want to see where it's going to show up at. So where did you... Oh, you're over here. Awesome. So that's where all of your equipment is going to show up whenever you first buy it. But let's also come over here. And we're going to reset and see if it moves. And it went to the exact same spot. So it's not going to reset at your farm. It's going to reset right there. Perfect. So let's come out of here, go down the road, and into the next entryway right here. And this is going to be your animal dealer. It's a pretty nice building. It really is. But once again, this is the animal dealer. Let's see if we can find the spot where it's going to turn on our menu here. So cool. Animal dialogue. It looks like it's anywhere along here too. So any of these that you back up to, you're going to be able to get your animals out of. That's really cool. So yep, just all right along in there. All right, so next, and this is the really, I mean, I'm really intrigued by this next one because they said there was a sugarcane factory, processing factory here on this map, and it looks really, really cool. There's a big fence, or I'd be going through there right now to show you guys what it all looks like from this side. But we're going to keep coming down here to the entryway. And then we'll go in and see what this place is all about. I haven't been here yet. I saw it on the map. And I know that this is the last place because it's actually the only sale point for sugarcane. Where's the entrance? Alright, right here. And all the way down here. So, you're going to be able to come through here. So it looks like this is going to be a byproduct area. I wonder if you can use this for fertilizing anything. I don't see a spot where you can pick up though. It just looks like it's going to be a dump off. But where are you going to drop all of your stuff off at? Let's drive through here. Alright, so this looks like it right here. That is cool. Wow, that's really, really cool. And that's all sugarcane. I don't think I see sugar beets in there. Let's take a look. So we're at the this name right here. All right, and if we come over to this here, you can see that we are going to be able to sell. Oh, you can actually sell potatoes here too. So potatoes, sugar beets, and sugar cane are all going to be able to be sold here. Now it looks like the price on potatoes is pretty decent here right now. And it looks like sugar beets is pretty good too. And the sugar cane, like I said, it's the only place you're going to be able to sell it unless you add one of your other mod sell points in here. But this is where it's going to be at. You drop everything off here and it's going to be good to go. That is really, really cool. I like the way this is set up. And then you come down here and you exit back out that way over there. Really, really cool. So I don't see anything else that's happening over here. So let's run back over to the farm really quickly and see if we can find the fertilizer. Because it said in the description it was going to be over here. Alright, we are back at the farm now. And I wonder if that's what this stuff here is. So that says... Yeah, I bet this is going to be it. Yep, Pioneer. Alright, so yep, that's where everything's going to be at, right there. Absolutely awesome. So I guess just be careful when you're backing in there that you aren't, your tractor's going to want to fill up because of the fuel point. But everything else should be right there too. And then there was nothing else inside here. Nope. So, awesome. I mean, I'm kind of digging this map just because of the layout, the geography of it, and the detail that's around this. I mean, this is really, really cool. The amount that this thing is kind of buried, hidden away a little bit. It's really, really nice and interesting. So that's going to be it for today, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, go and give me a thumbs up if you would. If you want to be kept up to date on all my latest console map tours, think about hitting that subscribe button. And if you do, hit the notification bell too. Have a great day, everybody. Until next time, this is Driver53, signing off.